Hello guys, welcome to Sid Astrology Studio. So today we will be discussing about the Markesh. What is Markesh? So Markesh basically is a bad time period, you can say, in astrology. It is a bad time period which a person suffers a lot in his or her lifetime. So in simple words, if I say that Markesh is all about the bad dasha which you are running through, and it can cause so many different kind of uh, uh, results in your life, where you will feel like you'll be suffering a lot, and you'll feel that as if the life is not going in a proper direction. Everything will be very confused. It seems to be like as if something is not happening in your life. It can also uh, uh, impact you in such a way that your life changes. I mean, there are drastic changes in your life. Once the Markesh Dasha will come, then you suffers a lot in that particular planetary time period. Now, what is Markesh? So, how do we came to know about Markesh by judging our horoscope? Uh, when you look at your D1 chart, now there is a simple funda which you should know. If you really wanted to know that when is the time period that I will be going through a Markesh Dasha, when will it trigger? Then you should be knowing that there are two houses in your D1 chart, which are known as Marak houses. Marak houses are second house and seventh house. So, in your horoscope, second house and seventh house and their lords are Marak. If suppose uh, you are going through a dasha of Mahadasha, it can be Mahadasha, Antardasha, Pratyantar of second house lord, or the planet which is in second house, seventh house lord, or the planet which is in seventh house, then at that particular time you will be uh, you will be suffering through the Marak yoga. And Marak is basically when okay, when we say Marak, then it means it can impact you in various ways. Like, it can you can be suffering from your body illness. You may suffer from your mental, you may lost your mental peace, or there are various different kind of uh, uh, results which are seen in Marak Dasha during the Marak planetary time period. So you may also lose up your job, and it can also, Marak Dasha can also cause breakup with your spouse, divorce with your spouse, and there are various aspects. It is not all about death. Marak is not all about death. Yes, in certain cases, in, you can say, 1% of the cases, it inflicts death, but Marak is basically you are suffering. You're suffering in such a way that every second of your life will seem to be like as if you are dead. So Marak is all about the sufferings, the bad sufferings which you will be going through in your lifetime. I think Marak uh, is a very important uh, uh, is a very important thing which we should know in a horoscope. Uh, whenever you will go through Marak time period, the planetary time period of the second house lord and seventh house lord, then you will be suffering through you will be suffering a lot in your life. And that is the time period when you will realize that how difficult is life. So basically, the reality of your life, you came so closer to the reality of life, then you become so strong after that, When you come up after your Marak time period, then you'll be like, okay, I mean, you'll be so thankful to God that yes, after the Marak time period, the time period which you will be experiencing in the very near future after the Marak planetary time period, it will be totally different. So you have suffered all the sufferings in that time period. Now the time has changed. So in terms of astrology, if we say that Marak time period, when will it trigger? It will trigger when you will be running through the dasha of second house lord and seventh house lord. Now the dasha of eighth house lord is also considered, like second house lord and seventh house lord and eighth house lord is also involved. Then that is the time period where you will be suffering a lot in your life. So Rahu Ketu are also, they are malefic planets and they have malefic nature. And if they are also involved in your Marak time period, then the sufferings will be more, and they will be like they will directly impact you on your mind, and you will be like, where I am on this earth, and you will be suffering mentally more than physically. You will be suffering mentally when Rahu Ketu triggers or Shani triggers, and Moon is also involved. So there are basically you have to see that you are running through the dasha of second house lord and seventh house lord in D1 chart, and if there is no possibility in D1 chart that current you see the current Vimshotri dasha, and you see that okay, currently I am running through this planetary time period and it is not second and seventh house according to D1 chart, then you look the same combination in D9 chart, you look the same combination in the Mahadasha chart. Now this is very important. Why? Because there are certain things which are being promised in D1 chart and they are hidden in D9 chart. There are certain things which you see in D1, and there are certain things which you see in D9. So if you see Marak Dasha in D1 and if you see Marak Dasha in your D9 chart, then you came to the final conclusion that okay, I'm running through a bad time period or a good time period. After these two, you have to look at the Mahadasha chart also. Now what is Mahadasha chart? Suppose my Jupiter is in 10th house and it's in the sign of Leo. So what I will do is that I'll take that sign, Leo sign and Jupiter in the Lagna. I'll not change anything in my chart. I'll just put that Leo Jupiter in the first house. It is in 10th house. Okay, it's in Leo. I'll put that as my ascendant, and remaining planetary adjustments would be same. And every planet which is being posted in their respective houses has to be allocated in the same way. So you see that your Jupiter was in your 10th house in Leo, and you are running through the Mahadasha of that Jupiter. You put that Jupiter in your Lagna, and all the planets remains same accordingly, like Leo, then Virgo, and so on. Then you judge. You see that according to that chart, the second house and seventh house, what are the planets there, and whether you are running through the dasha, Mahadasha, Antardasha or Pratyantardasha of those planets. Now if you are running through the dasha or the planetary time period of second house, seventh house lord, and even if eighth house lord is also involved, then you can say that yes, that is also a Markesh. So there you have to see, you have to look Markesh in your D1 chart, in your D9 chart, in your Mahadasha chart. All these three are different, but there is one more thing which is very important. Other than Vimshotri Mahadasha, you have to look Char Dasha, Yogni Dasha, and your Nakshatra Dasha also. See, nakshatras are very important in astrology. The same concept is being applied in nakshatra. You see the which nakshatra is in your second house and seventh house nakshatra, you see whether you are running through the dashas of those nakshatra planets, then you came to the final conclusion that okay, fine, I am running through a bad planetary time period or a good planetary time period. Now you don't have to be afraid of Markesh, because Markesh is something which teaches you a lesson in your life and it goes away. It can be of 1 month, 1 year, 2 year, depends. I'm not going into how long will it be, but whether it is of 1 month, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year, or less than that, it will teach you a lesson, and that lesson is very important in your life. So after that, you become very strong. You know the things, you know the life, you know the world, what world is all about, what my life is all about, what are the realities, what are the harsh realities of life. So this is something which is very important in astrology. And while judging a horoscope, you cannot blindly predict that okay, in D1 chart I can see you are running through the dasha of second house and seventh house lord, and your time is very bad and this and that. No, there are certain combinations in astrology which uh, decreases the impact of those bad planetary time periods. There are so many things which you have to look at. You have to see the nakshatra, you have to see the Vimshotri dasha, you have to see that what kind of yogas are being formed in your horoscope, which are cancelling the bad yogas. You have to look every single aspect. You cannot predict anything on the basis upon of your very limited knowledge. You have to be so deep that you have to go into the detail, and then you have to predict, you have to make judgment. So this was Mark, and I mean, the basic remedies for Markesh is, I'm not telling you that you go to this, you do this, or you go to this pandit, or you do certain kind of things. Just do one thing. Go to a temple on, maybe it depends, Monday is preferable, and pour some water or water or milk on shivling, and that is the best remedy which you can do in your Markesh time period. And it will basically, Markesh is what? It's all about your mind. Your mind is confused, you are confused, you don't know what to do, what not to do. So pouring jal or milk on shivling will give you mental satisfaction. It will give you, it will not totally reduce the effect of Markesh, but it will give you the strength, and it will give you the power to uh, struggle in that, or to, you can say that you can, how to experience that particular dasha of your the bad dasha which you will be running through. So these are very important things you should know. And I'll be making more videos on different topics of astrology. And uh, if you are if you wanted to know more about astrological concepts, then you can subscribe my channel, and you can see more videos on that. Also, I'll be uploading the next video on marriage, and I have already uploaded a video on foreign traveling, so you can see that when you will go to foreign lands. So these are the various topics which I'll be discussing in my upcoming videos. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching my videos. Thank you.